I am Dr. Olivia Hastings Brown. I am a world-renowned astrophysicist. I assume most of you are not. When someone says astrophysicist, most people immediately have an image of a brilliant, uncombed man in a rumpled sweater. Well, I am brilliant, but believe me, if I were uncombed and in wrinkled clothing, I would not have gotten tenure. People immediately feel very stupid around an astrophysicist. I like that. But the truth is, I can explain to you the basics of astrophysics in about 3 minutes. And then you will be almost as smart as me. Ready? Let's start 400 years ago with the invention of the telescope. Where once we were blind, we can see, and throw our vision up into the heavens and worlds beyond our own. Then Sir Isaac Newton drops an apple, infers gravity, and draws a picture of an interconnected galaxy that runs as prim as an English gentleman on a bicycle. Enter Einstein, who discovers Newton's law of gravity does not apply in space, that light works in both particles and waves, and that time is a malleable component, and suddenly you have a more erratic, volatile universe. Not a Puritan on a bicycle, but more like a Vietnam vet on a Harley. Layer in the fact that the universe is expanding, and you have an interconnected yet erratic universe gunning all cylinders and taking no prisoners and making one hell of a wheelie while respecting the dynamics of physical law. Except that, if what we understand about physics is true, our hot-rodding motorcycle should have crashed and burned out long ago. In a fast-living galaxy like ours, the stars and planets should, by now, whip out of orbit and splatter like a crazed margarita in a blender with no top. And yet our universe is still expanding. It continues to expand, and we continue to still exist in place. And you know why? Dark matter. What is dark matter? I have no earthly idea. It is matter that is undetectable to our senses, reflects no light. In fact, it is beyond our entire electromagnetic spectrum. This unknown entity makes up 96% of the universe. That's right. It turns out that everything we know, you, me, the supermarket, the particles that make up the earth, light, all the stars, the suns, the galaxies, aliens, Dr. Spock, the dark holes, the cosmos, all of that is just 4% of the universe. Everything else is dark matter and unknown. Dark matter might be floating in this room, through us, around us, like a ghostly glacier we can't see, smell, or touch, but it's there, holding, swaddling our universe tight, keeping it from spinning out of control. And to confuse matters even more, the universe is expanding. But instead of growing with less speed, which is what we expect from a bike with an empty tank climbing a steep hill, the expansion of the universe is accelerating. Our bike is gaining momentum and speed as the hill gets steeper. Why? Who knows? Where this energy for acceleration, this metaphorical gas to the pedal, is coming from is the deepest mystery in science. We call it dark energy. Dark because it is obscure, obtuse, and unknowable. Maybe forever. Dark because everything we thought we knew amounts to very little. Dark because it is not light. It is dark. I hope I've shed some light for you today. We basically know nothing. We are nothing. The entire universe we know is barely a speck of dust on a speck of dust. But I am going to have a baby anyway. Woo! How How could she do this to us?
Olivia, you need to calm down. The baby's fine.
She tried to slit her wrists this morning.
She's under supervision.
But the doctor says she still talks of wanting to die.
She's under supervision.
After everything we've been through, I thought she understood it. To try to hang yourself from an apple tree? How grotesque. With my baby. Our baby.
It is her body, isn't it?
Yes. No, I'm renting it. Oh, don't be logical with me now.
I just want everyone to be calm and reasonable.
Reasonable? You want us to be reasonable at this point? You think reason got us here this far? Would a reasonable person get herself up for years of belittlement, of wearing heels in a lab to be respected, of getting half the grant money of her counterparts just because she has breasts and a womb? Would a reasonable person then allow a doctor to remove those breasts and womb, making her even less of a woman than she was, and to be pitied? Would a reasonable person take pictures of dead trees, or paint the Sistine Chapel, or try to find a cure for cancer? No! A reasonable person would look at this crazy world and shut the blinds and sleep in the dark, with only their dreams to haunt them.
I think we made a mistake doing this.
What are you talking about?
We have purposeful lives, and now look at us.
Look at what?
This is crazy. It's unhealthy. It's self-centered and selfish. There are so many other things we can do to help the world than this.
Help the world?
Yes. Define dark matter. End famine. Plant a tree.
Plant a tree.
Recycle.
Screw the world.
Oh, Olivia.
This is the only life I get to live. And the thing I most want is to live it with you.
Me too.
And, if possible, with a baby. Do you want this too?
I do.
Is that too much to ask?
I don't know. Maybe it is.
Well, I'm asking anyway.
What if you get sick again?
Oh, no, I won't. I can't. I refuse to relapse. But if I do anyway, there's a reason you and I are together. You would be an amazing single parent.
Oh, God.
God, just make Millie not want to die.
Olivia, let's face it. We played on this woman's frailty.
Oh, you bet we did. And you know why? Survival.
Careful.
You want me to be reasonable, but every strand of our story now rests on the shoulders of an unstable young girl. And by God, I don't care if I have to move mountains, explode atoms, or shop at the mall. I am going to make sure that pregnant girl lives, even if it kills me.
Olivia, you know what I call that?
Savagery.
Maternal love.